Hey y'all, how you doing? So this is How Do You Do Art, April Assemblage 2025. And I showed you already the items that we were given to come up with something to do. So this is actually kind of like a two-parter. So I had to wait for the paint to dry, and then I kind of got excited about what I was doing and I just started working. So this here isn't actually attached. And so this is actually going to end up being two pieces. I have to find another frame for the other half, but um, this here is actually corrugated cardboard that I tore into tiny little pieces, and I painted it. I think it was like a sienna brown or something like that. And then I took some black and put little brush strokes on there to make it look like bark. And I asked my husband, while they were all just laying on the table drying, I said, "Hey, honey, come here and tell me what you think that looks like." And he said, "Bacon." So I was like, "It's tree bark." But it wasn't together yet, in his defense. So this is kind of what I got at first. And then I put this here so I wouldn't lose it. But then I I tried not to watch anybody else that's doing this. I think there's like 10 other people. I did watch one person, and I ended up getting another idea from that. But aside from that person, I haven't seen anybody else's. So let me put this aside. And these are the things that we have left. Oh, these little feathers don't belong in there, but I found them. So we might use the, I found them somewhere in my office. So we might be using that. And then we have these little pieces here. Um, and I don't know where this came from, but it's, I don't know what the word is. Like, it changes colors. So like pink, blue, green, whatever. I don't know if you can see that on there. And then I had this didn't come with it, but I have this also, right? So we were encouraged to use absolutely everything, but we can add anything that we want to. And so this napkin did come with it. I already took the back off of it, so this is one ply. And then a long time ago, a friend of mine gave me these peacock feathers. And so it's taking me this long to figure out not only what to do with the second piece, but how to make it work right. And so I am going to cut this piece in half, because what I was thinking was making, right, since that little girl, oh, sorry about that, was peeking out from behind that tree. I kind of thought that I would try and make this into a pretty girl that she's looking at, right? So I think I want to cut her out so she's more almost 3D like, so you can't really see the background. And I'm terrible at fussy cutting, so I probably should have went ahead and did this first. But if I'm not mistaken, everybody got different dolls from the same digital kit. And so, like, it's all from the same family kit, if you will. But the person that I watched, his dolls were different. Oh, actually, and I did see somebody else, which that one was pretty cool. But I didn't watch the rest of them because I really didn't want to. That looks funky, so we're just going to cut that off. Okay. So this is what I'm thinking, and I really hope that this works. I kind of need her to be off center because I wanted to decoupage this down as if it's a dress. But I think I need to put this down first. And we'll probably have to, okay, so just so I know where she's going to be. So I don't normally use white glue just because it wrinkles everything, but this is a piece of canvas. I don't think I said that before. This is a canvas that I just painted with black acrylic paint. And so, let's see. Okay, so if she goes there, because I wanted to put that there, and then these go down so I could add these little beads at the bottom. So let's just start gluing. I don't know how this is going to work because I didn't really think that far ahead. I just have an idea in my head, and I'm just hoping that it works. Right? But I need these to be squished in enough so squished more, because it needs to be her waist, right? Squished more. Where's my, oh, where are my tweezers? Okay. We don't want to get that one in there yet. But I need this to be, okay, that can be there. And this can be right there. Okay. So I don't necessarily want that I want that scrunched, but I want it to be able to stay up like that, kind of, if that makes any sense. And so she's going to go, okay, so let's put some glue on the back of her. Yeah, I'm used to using Fabrifix, and so I hope she doesn't wrinkle too much, but I'm not sure how Fabrifix will adhere to the acrylic canvas. I don't even know if this is going to work. We'll see. Okay, I think that's good. And we're going to put that right there. And so I kind of need her off center, but I need to have that up as if her arms are hidden by the base of her dress. Yeah, you can tell I didn't really work this through, can't you? Okay. So now we're just going to put some... And I tore this in half just because I wasn't sure if I was going to have to put a second layer over top of it. Excuse me. To hide like her arm like that. So, and I wanted her off center because I want her dress to be kind of flowing as if she's walking on a windy day, you know what I mean? Okay, a little bit more. Okay, and so I brought this over because I was wondering if I could cut it. Or no, I don't like that. Okay, so this is what I brought this out for. right? So, and I need a lighter to, let's see, do I want that down? I hope that dries clear. I mean, it is white glue, but, and I hope I'm in frame because I can't see. Okay. Just a little bit there. Pat that down because I want it to look three-dimensional. Okay, but then I want this to go here, but I want these to come down. Where's my scissors? So I want that to start like there and come down to about here. But I think this is stuff that you have to singe the end so it doesn't come apart. And I don't know, let me see, we got 7 of those. I don't know if I have enough for 7. But we can always just put them on there. I also have florist wire, this stuff here. I don't even know where it came from. But I almost actually threw that away, if you can believe that. And then I was like, no, I'm sure one day I will be able to use it for something. And I'm glad I didn't throw it away because I was not crafting at the time. Okay. I don't even know if this is what was in my head, y'all. Because I've been thinking about this. That's why I haven't been able to get a video out, because I've been having like a brain freeze here. Okay, and there's 7 of them, so let's see if we can cut some that are like smaller so those things aren't all at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And this, I don't know what this stuff is. It feels kind of weird. Like plasticky. It's not ribbon. But it's like, I think the word I was looking for is holographic. Kind of. Okay. So, I hope you see where I'm going with this here. Okay, now the question is, are they going to stay? Because I think I'm going to have to use Fabrifix. Although, Casey, if you are watching this, I found my E6000 and I took everything off the back of my door. So, right, I used to have a shoe rack on the back of my door, and I had to take it off because I would keep stuff there and then I wouldn't think to look there. Okay. And so we're going to put a little dab right there. And this actually can even go under there like it's trying to. Or, well, let me do the long ones first. I think that was supposed to be a short one. But y'all, I tried so hard to get a video out the last 2 weeks, and for whatever reason, it just didn't happen. And it's not because I didn't try shooting a video. Like, one video I shot, I had to stop in the middle of it because I cut my finger and I was bleeding. Right? I'm dangerous in the craft room. And the Band-Aids were in the bathroom, which is, across the house there. So, and I don't know how to edit, so y'all aren't going to get to see that one. But I like to make bags for all of my journals. And I had just finished a journal, and I just wanted to do a quick video on showing you how I make those bags. And it was just going to be a real quick, 10-minute video. And I cut my finger there, and it was like really right at the tip. And because of where it was at, I couldn't even work because I get really dirty when I work, like gluey and inky and all that. And the glue was as if I was pouring salt and lemon on my wound. It hurt. It hurt so bad that I couldn't craft for a couple of days. And then my sewing table finally came in, and I posted a picture, or actually two. I did 2 posts on my community page about my sewing table because I'm the one that puts things together in our house. My husband doesn't like to do that because he doesn't like to read directions. And so he gets irritated when it doesn't go together correctly. But I read the directions, and I don't know what happened, but I apparently used the wrong screws. And so I was short some screws, and I had to take it apart. I was so not happy. So I took a nap instead, and then I put it together. So it's together now, and I have a dedicated sewing table because I also quilt. And I think that I haven't been very productive this month because, as a creative person, I have more than one interest, and that other interest is quilting. And when I get stuck crafting, I quilt because it's kind of mindless, just sewing fabric together in different pieces. Just, I don't know how to explain it, but the hum of the sewing machine is just really therapeutic, and that's where I get a lot of my ideas. Okay, so let me see if I can squish those in. Okay, I think this is going to work. And I'm just going to put a line right there. And we're going to squish that down. And I want the back part of the ribbon to go on there. I'm terrible at tying ribbons into bows when I don't want it to be attached to anything. So actually what I do is I just take a skewer and I tie it on that until it's perfectly how I want it. Okay, so I don't know how I'm going to use that. I haven't figured that out yet. But these here, they're flat back. Oh. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. So that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted them, so I don't think they'll be able to sit on, oh, there's a little fruit fly. My husband likes to eat bananas, and I swear the day after we get them in the house, we have fruit flies. I don't understand it. Okay. So I think I'm going to have these like sit right at the very end, because this ribbon thing here is not flat. It's like a tube. I really don't know how to explain it other than that. Okay, so we're definitely going to have to put the glue on the end. Oh, sorry, I keep hitting the stand that holds my camera is right next to my arm on my right hand side, and so I keep hitting that with my elbow. And so the reason why I want to put this in a frame is because, excuse me, because I have a huge painting in my living room that I commissioned someone to make for me, I don't know, a little over 20 years ago. And then I also got into painting myself, and I would say I'm not really good at it, but I followed tutorial from Cinnamon Cooney, the art Sherpa, at the suggestion of a friend of mine. And I do have a few paintings, but my art gallery, if you will, is in my bedroom. And then I have a few that I've painted in the living room. But I had these two big frames. I don't know what was in them, but like there's no back. It's just literally the frame. And so I hung them on the wall. My husband thinks I'm insane sometimes, because I just hung them on the wall while he was at work. And he came home and he said, do you realize that those two frames are empty? And I was like, why, yes, I meant to do that. And he's like, why? And I said, it's called art, honey. Think outside of the box. But I was thinking, if this comes out how I'm wanting it to come out, then I might put this in a frame too, and then hang them on in the middle of those empty frames. Okay, so now this was my other idea. Maybe I should, oh yeah, okay. Let me turn her. Because I was kind of thinking, you know, like a bride, but obviously she's not a bride, but that doesn't mean she can't be wearing a veil, right? So, but I think, let's see, how am I going to do that? Because it needs to go here and then sharply down. Actually, that can hide the fact that she doesn't have an arm. Okay, so this is, oh, tore that. This is how I'm going to do this. Okay, put some glue right there. And then scrunch that all up underneath there. And then bring this down. Okay, I'm probably gonna need another bow or something. Although I do have this stuff right here. Yeah, that might work. Okay. And then bring this down this way. Okay, so let's just bring a little bit of glue down here. And carefully scrunch it. Okay, yeah, I got glue everywhere, but that's kind of exactly what was in my head. Okay. And I want this 3D, so I'm not going to squish that down. I'm just going to put enough glue just like right there. I don't like working with white glue. It's extremely messy for me. I need a little bit more right here. And squish that down. Oh, but you know, if I put her in a frame, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit and dab this down because it looks like the glue is going to show. And so I might have to, after the glue dries, go back in with a little bit more black paint just to hide the glue. I don't know. We'll see. It's just basic school glue. So, okay, where did that, oh, here it is. Or maybe this, no, that, and now I don't have any more of those things. Is this what I want? I don't know if that will look good. Of course, I don't have a pink one. Oh, we have a green one. Oh, where's the, okay. If you hear that really gross sound, that's my doggy licking herself. I told my husband, I called him to tell him not to bother me because I was shooting a video, and he texted me to tell me that he's on his way home. He'll be home in 20 minutes, so I guess I need to hurry up, huh? Okay, so I think the only way that this is going to be able to get down there correctly is me sewing this into a ruffle ribbon. Okay, so let's see if I can get you here. Okay. And this is kind of silky, and making ruffles with silky kind of fabric is not easy. At least not for me, but this is how I do my ruffles. And the easiest way to make them pretty even is to use a tool of some sort like this or something similar, so you always put it down in the same place to push it back. I hope that helps for those of you that have been struggling with ruffles. And so it's not a perfect science, but it usually works for me. And also, if you do use your sewing machine when you craft, make sure that you clean it out. I was having issues with, I have two sewing machines, one for crafting and one for quilting. And because I don't change out my needle or anything on this, and I use it for both paper and fabric. And it tends to get a lot more dust in it than it normally would. And I got to stand up to do that. Okay. All right, and I also see that I'm at 30 minutes, so we're gonna just glue this down and call it a day. And so I'll probably end up having to cut some of that off. Okay. Fabric scissors. Okay, and will that look right there? Yeah, okay. Let me cut that end off there, and we will just do this. And the reason I put that pink ribbon there is because there's a pink bow right there, but we're going to hide that and make that like a tiara, a ribbon tiara part of her veil. Okay. There you go. So let me push this back. And what did I do with the other one? Here we go. So here's my story, folks. There we go. Can you see them both in there? I will see if I can't find a frame for that, and then see if that's gonna look good. So I think I'm gonna try and find some flat backs to put on here, and if I do, I will video that because that looks kind of bland right now, but I'm at 32 minutes, and so I got to stop. Otherwise, it's going to take me like 3 days to upload. So I hope everyone's having a great day and happy crafting. I'll see you soon.